Hey guys, I'm Susan Goss, and I'm the president of Tangible Truth Ministries. And we have a great announcement to make. As you know, Northwest Arkansas Gives is coming up on April the 9th, and it's Tangible Truth Ministries' very big fundraising day of the year. And the support we receive on this day helps fuel our mission all year long. And because of your generosity, we've been able to provide free counseling and resources to so many. But the need is so great that right now, our scholarship funds are completely exhausted. That's why this year we have a God-sized goal of raising $50,000. You heard me. But God's a big God, right? And every dollar will help provide counseling and support for someone in need of hope and healing. We absolutely cannot do this without you. So we here at Tangible Truth are asking you to prayerfully consider joining in the healing by partnering with us this Northwest Arkansas Gives. You can find more information on our website, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you so much for considering Tangible Truth Ministries in your giving on April the 9th.
I was living out of my insecurities in every aspect of my life. Friendships, relationships, family, work. Deep down, a sadness, a fear of being a disappointment.
I'm Susan Goss, and as a seasoned therapist of more than 15 years, I'm honored to have had the opportunity to gain so much wisdom from so many people and love passing that knowledge on to others. So join me and some of my favorite friends as we share some tangible truths with you. Hey guys, welcome back to the Tangible Truth Podcast. I'm Susan Goss, and for the month of April, I have our new executive. Isn't that what you are?
That is.
Our new I say that because we've changed your name to executive assistant, right? Not just assistant. The new executive assistant for Tangible Truth Ministries is Rashel Townsend.
Yes.
As my car calls her Rashel Townsend, but that's not really her name. It's
Siri.
Rashel Townsend. Hey, Rashel.
Hi, Susan. Yeah, me and Siri have a tough relationship. She still doesn't know how to pronounce my name properly. So Rashel, I'll answer to Rashel, Rachel, but yes, my name's Rashel.
Rashel, and I am so thrilled to have you. And Tangible Truth is thrilled to have you. It's an answer to prayer. So
I'm happy to be here. It truly is an answer to prayer.
Yes, you are just a jewel. So thank you for joining us on the podcast. We are going to talk about something I think that the listeners will really both enjoy and receive a blessing from because it's a topic we don't generally talk about, right? We're going to be talking about the body.
Yeah, the body, our relationship with our body.
Yeah, the relationship with our body. And it's an important topic that we actually don't talk about enough. So we're just going to jump on in. And we're definitely not going to finish for during episode 1. We'll be talking about it really the whole month, probably. So in jumping in, let's talk about our relationship with our body. What about yours?
Oh gosh, Susan. I want to say I'm no expert when it comes to my relationship with my own body. It has been a lifelong journey.
Has it?
It's something that I have learned more about, been healed from, identified lies, but my relationship with my body has been pretty up and down and rocky my whole life.
Has it?
It has been. And honestly, I didn't even know it until probably a few years ago.
Really?
I didn't even know that my thoughts of myself were affecting how I showed up in the world.
Oh, wow.
And so I started looking at it, seeking counseling, and talking about it more with my friends. But it does influence how I show up in the world. And so, yeah, my relationship with my body is an ongoing learning experience and growing in softening my heart towards myself.
Well, I'm really, really glad that we're able to start the podcast that way, because that's a really good narrative to set the tone, almost like an umbrella, if you will, to set the tone for the whole month of April. Because you said that you just, like, if you're going to give a therapist a silver platter like that, I'm going to take it, because you did kind of set the tone. You said, I didn't really realize I had this relationship with my body till a couple of years ago. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to say back to you, what prompted you to go, wait, hey, hang on. I'm assuming, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming there was something that made you think, I don't like my body, or there's something about it that I'm realizing that is affecting my current relationships, or that makes me behave in a way that I'm not pleased with. Am I on?
Yes.
Do I get it?
Yes.
Okay.
It was actually, my body started to change.
Okay.
And I didn't like it.
Okay.
And I realized, oh, my body is changing. It's out of my control. And I realized that I became aware of all the negative thoughts that I had towards myself. And I had struggled with having a negative narrative towards myself a lot of my life. But I didn't realize that it was also tied to the way that I looked, my body, and my relationship with my body. And so I started to realize, yeah, man, the negative thoughts that I have about who I am, my personality, how I show up in the world, is also translating to how I look and how my body shows up in the world, and that it's all tied, it's all connected. And I didn't know it was connected until my body started to change and I started to become aware of, oh, there's some things that I'm not liking about what my body is doing. And I have no control over that. So how do I reconcile that and learn how to accept it?
And that really took you back. That's what I'm hearing you say, like that. And do you mind if I ask, did you know, this is life, listeners, when we're finding out things about each other right now, but did you at that point even become depressed or anxious, or more anxious in general with life, thinking this way? I mean, since your thinking and process of thought changed about, I'm realizing it's affecting my own identity. So did that cause some anxiety or depression at that moment or that time? I
was wildly insecure.
Okay.
And so I was living out of my insecurities in every aspect of my life. Friendships, relationships, family, work. Yeah, so I was wildly insecure and really angry.
Okay.
Because I started to realize that there's a lot of things in this life that are out of my control. And for the longest time, I used to think I was in control of myself, the way that I spoke, talk, looked. And then when my body started changing, as I just got older, as bodies do, I started to realize, oh, there's a lot of things that I'm actually not in control of. And that made me angry. And deep down, that anger came from a sadness and a fear of being a disappointment. And that striving could only take me so far. And when it didn't work, I was left pretty empty, not a lot left, and felt very stuck. And so I decided, okay, I need to look into this more because it's affecting me in a lot of ways. And a lot of things were coming to the surface.
That's so good, Rashel, because I so appreciate your vulnerability here, because you're speaking the language of so many people, especially the language of control. Oh my gosh, just the kiss of death, right? I mean, we really are in control of nothing.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, but man, we fight hard for it. We fight so hard for it. And it is so exhausting.
Yes.
It is so exhausting. Humans fight for control so hard. And it is, I repeat, so exhausting. And you're painting such I almost want to say beautiful, but heartache picture of the result of that. But you got to the end of your rope, it sounded like.
Yeah.
Realizing I don't have control, which is the beautiful thing. You realized I don't have control, and realizing that, well, when you let go, you realized I am angry. Where's the anger come from? I'm assuming. And that's when you dug deep, and you did go to therapy.
I did.
You worked it out.
I did.
And
I had been going to therapy long before then. But it was just another piece of the puzzle of my life that through healing, through therapy and Jesus, that the Lord was pulling new things out of me and wanting to redeem new things, part of my story. And so my relationship with my body was just one piece of that story that he decided to, for me to look at.
And now, I don't want to miss any of the pieces, but I'm curious to know present time. Where are you with your body?
I'm still learning. My body has actually taken another shift and change.
It certainly has. You want to tell? I was going to bring it up.
Yeah, completely unexpected. But my health took a plummet.
It did.
And I'm almost 30, and for most of my life, I've been pretty fit and active and loved working out and eating healthy. I found excitement in that and joy in that and even community in that. Then there was one day where my health just kind of took a turn, and all of those things were really just taken from me. And I had issues with my thyroid that was long lasting and took a while to diagnose. And then my gallbladder just decided to stop working as some do, which I've come to find out that a lot of people's gallbladders stop working sometime in their life. But that was also a year-long journey of trying to figure out what was going on. I was experiencing a lot of pain, and I wasn't able to work out. I was exhausted. I was bedridden a lot of days. And so, yeah, my body has taken another change and another chapter in the story of learning to love my body just as it is.
And you're now in recovery.
I am. Yes.
Now you're actually are recovering.
Yes.
From a surgery.
Yes.
And so you're allowing your body to heal now on the other side of surgery. And so again, being kind to your body and allowing it to be kind back to you. Now, in a way. So that's the process you're in right now.
Yeah, it is.
And I know that you believe that the body is fearfully and wonderfully made. But for a while, that was hard to believe.
Yes. Still, it's a prayer that I have written on my mirror every single day as a reminder to myself that my body was not created to be perfect or to perform. It was created fearfully and wonderfully. God doesn't make mistakes.
No, he does not.
And he's not disappointed in me.
No, he is not.
He is delighted in me just as I am. But that is a prayer that I have to speak over myself day in and day out, especially in this season where it feels at times that my body is against me or that my body has failed me or that it's disappointed me. And I'm learning that kindness that you spoke about is, oh my goodness, the Lord has been teaching me a lot over the years about how to be kind to myself.
Yes.
And specifically to my body.
Yes. And, it relates. Listeners, if you've not listened to the podcast, I think it was 2 episodes ago, we talked about, for the month of March even, there are bits and pieces of this that we talked about in our Family of Origin series in March about being raised in a performance-based love.
Mm-hmm.
That relates to what you're talking about.
Yes.
When you have that mindset like you have and I have,
Mm-hmm.
or how we were raised, that's what you're referring to. Like, I don't have to perform. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to do. I don't have to, I need to sit. And that much older than you, that God has really, really, when I was your age, I was definitely in that mindset
Mm-hmm.
of I have to perform, I have to do, I have to. And God says no. And it's been a wonderful journey of God does not demand performance.
Yes.
God does not. God just wants to love. God wants you to be Mary,
Mm-hmm.
not Martha.
Yes.
And I mean, he loves Martha. I'm not saying he loves all the Marthas out there, but he's told us all be more like Mary and sit and worship and love. And yes.
Yes. And Jesus tells Martha, Mary has chosen the good portion, which cannot be taken away from her.
Cannot.
He's the one thing that will never change.
Never.
As our bodies change and, as they should, because He designed them that way.
He did.
But as things change, He's the one thing that remains.
He
never changes.
He never changes. And so, but our bodies will.
Mm-hmm.
Our bodies will. So, and that doesn't mean we're not supposed to take care of them. It does not mean we're not supposed to work out. It does not. I will work out if I live to be 150.
Yes.
I've got a family I've got to keep up with. I've got grandkids I've got to keep up with. I've got a ministry I've got to run. I want to stay active till if I live to be 150, I want to be active. So I've got to stay in shape.
Totally.
So not negating that, but we have got, and we've got to stay on mission. Mm-hmm. So not negating that at all. So that's our part.
Yes.
That's our part. But He designed our bodies and fearfully and loves us. Mm-hmm. So this is a fantastic discussion.
Yeah.
And I so appreciate your honesty.
Of course. Yeah. I appreciate you asking and being curious with me.
Oh, absolutely. I hope all my questions have been okay.
Oh, yes. Of course they have been.
We'll edit them out if they're not.
Something that comes to my mind whenever you talk about, we do have a part to play in taking care of our bodies, working out and being active and eating in a way that nourishes it and takes care of it. And all of those are really good things. I think where it went sideways in my life was the idolatry of those things and my heart towards those things. They became everything.
Oh, wow.
They became a way that I could control my outcome.
Oh, that's good.
And that's what God really had to pick apart and dissect and speak into in my life.
So He really convicted you of that in a way that really stopped it.
Yes.
He was like, okay, I'm stopping this because I want your attention and I want your full attention.
Yeah.
And Rashel, He did.
He did.
He stopped it for a full year.
In every way He did.
In every way. Like, because you were can I say, you were a CrossFit girl.
I was.
Okay. And
I still am at heart.
And you still are at heart.
Yes.
And we're not knocking CrossFit.
No.
It's just, you got kind of, what I'm hearing you say is you kind of got obsessed with it.
Yes.
And, it's funny you should say that, because when you first started telling your story, and I know it was the therapist in me, but I was thinking at the time, so I'm glad you brought it up, I wonder if that became her distraction away from her first love, which is Jesus Christ, because I do know you. So what I'm hearing you say is that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But He's the one that got you back. Lo, hang on. I see what's happening. And He's the one that stopped it. And so now you're actually probably going, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And now you would have never chosen it this way.
Right.
But you are able, because again, I do know your relationship with Jesus, able to say, I get it now, and I do thank you. Yeah. And I am finding a way. I am. I do love my body.
Yeah, it's really made me reassess what is my heart towards
Yes.
my body and working out and eating healthy? What's fueling me to do those things, especially now as I'm in recovery from surgery. And, there is this light at the end of the tunnel where soon, hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll be able to get back to moving my body and working out again.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't think I would have ever really paused and assessed my heart towards working out if the Lord wouldn't have
stopped you dead in your tracks.
Yes. Forced me to rest and to lay down and
girl,
and
you are so much like me. You know how he teaches me a lesson, Rashel?
How
he beats me over the head with a baseball bat. That's how.
He's got to get our attention some way.
I'm telling you, when you got two stubborn souls,
yes.
But I'm so grateful for a God that sticks with us like glue. I mean, he does whatever it takes.
He's patient.
He
and
is
persistent.
so patient and persistent to stubborn souls like us.
But, going into working out again here soon, I want to have a different heart towards it.
Yes.
And I don't think I would have assessed that unless the Lord would have done something about it.
Yes. Well, he knows what we don't know. He knows what we don't know. The hardest things I have ever been through, hardest things I have ever been through, he always teaches me the most valuable lessons I would have never learned without going through them.
Yeah.
Would have never wanted to go through them. Would have never chosen them in my lifetime. But I'm always so grateful way after. But then in the end, when I relinquish, as you say, all control, I'm so grateful. Well, I can't wait for episode 2. Listeners, hang on. We're not near done with this topic. So can't wait to have you join us for the next episode. Love you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Tangible Truth Podcast, part of the KLRC Podcast Network.